Welcome back, everyone, to Roadium Radio, episode 334. And before I introduce my very special guest, just some minor announcements. If you didn't get a chance to check out the last news of Norby's, make sure you guys definitely check that out. We had a very special caller at the very end that called in, and he had to voice his opinion about something, and I'm glad he did. So much love and respect to that guy. But other than that, if you guys missed anything else, make sure you guys go back and check out our Roadium After Dark. That's when we go live on Saturdays around 10 or 11 p.m. Whenever we feel it, we'll go live. So, and Saturday, as of right now, for those of you guys that like my paranormal channel, Freaky Tales, I'll be going live on Saturday on my Freaky Tales page. Okay, so make sure you guys call in and give us your freaky stories. Other than that, you know what? I'm not going to waste any more time. We're just going to go ahead and jump right into it with the one and only G Love. G Love, how are you?
Hey, thank you, Tony, for having me.
Oh, no, thank you for being here. Let me get this wire. It got stuck to my foot. But you know what? For the people that may not know, where originally are you from? Like where did you come from today?
I came from Houston.
Houston. Now, is that where you're originally from?
Yeah, Houston, Texas.
Born and raised?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I got a quick question I have to ask you. The greatest rap group that ever come out of Houston?
TLC.
Okay. Okay. You know who I would say? The Ghetto Boys.
Oh, okay.
But that was more my time. So other than that, how was your flight coming over here?
It was good. It was good. I had a pretty, it's been pretty good. I like LA. This is my second time out here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Now, when was your first? Like, was that a couple of years ago?
Nah, that was probably a month and a half ago.
Okay. Yeah. Now, what was your first experience like coming to LA? Because obviously you hear about what goes on over here. When people think of LA, they think Hollywood. But when you first got here, what did you think and how long were you here for?
I was here for about 2 weeks and a half.
Oh wow, that's good enough time to see everything.
Yeah. My promoter Royal took me out to Hollywood. We went out to the alley. We did a bunch of things here in LA.
Yeah. Okay. So cool. Did you go to Hollywood during the day or at night?
During the day. Okay. Well, I think in the middle. It was kind of in the middle.
Okay.
A little bit of both.
I probably would have taken you at night till you could see kind of like the lights, because everybody thinks that when they come here, because I got friends in New York, so when they come here, the first place they want to see is Hollywood. Mm-hmm. And I was like, bro, I'll take you at night because during the day is fucking Bumville, okay? And when they go at night and they're like, oh shit, this is that. Okay, cool. We'll come back tomorrow. And they're like, yo, this is the same place? And I'm like, yes. So I've been to New York, and when you're standing in Times Square, most people think that's what Hollywood is going to look like. Mm-hmm. So were you disappointed, or was that what you thought it would be?
It was what I thought it would be. Yeah, it was what I thought it would be.
Okay. Yeah. You get a chance to check out Disneyland, Knott's Berry Farm, or Universal Studios. Have you gone to any theme
park? Yeah, we went to
park?
Universal Studios. Actually, Carolyn was out here, and we got a chance to go out there. We were we were in the studio.
Okay.
We're recording.
And did you enjoy yourself at Universal?
Yeah, it was cool.
I've been going there since I've been a kid.
Yeah.
So, and I usually have a yearly membership where I could just go and, think about my mom and my dad when they used to take us there.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So other than that, how has your day been? What have you guys been doing today? Because I believe you guys landed yesterday.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, today, we just went shopping at the alley. We got some good food. We just shopped around and came over here.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Cruised around.
Okay. Yeah. That'll work. And how long you plan to be out here this time?
I leave on Sunday. I'm out here for Saturday. We have this show at Beer Thug.
Okay. That'll work. We'll get to that and we'll promote it, But other than that, so now you're originally from Houston. Now, if you don't mind me asking, the reason why I asked this question, some people think it's a goofy question. I like to ask it because when people hear of it, they say, oh, I went there. What elementary, middle school, and high school did you attend in Houston?
I went to Bussy Elementary.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I went to Stonewall for middle school, and I went to Aldine, but I graduated from Davis High School.
Okay, Davis. Now, why the switch? Did you guys move, or you got kicked out, or what?
Actually, it's kind of funny because I did get kicked out. Okay. I did get kicked out, but it wasn't like oh, it was a misunderstanding.
Okay.
But because I was already making music and I was kind of making a hype in my school, like I don't know what happened, but the main district guy gave me like the opportunity to choose from like the whole district. And so I just chose a
Right.
school, and it was a new school. It had just opened like 2-3 years, and it was like a lot of the kids were going to it from like, because it was new, it was all around the area. So you just had kids from all different areas. And so I graduated from there.
Okay. Now I have to ask you this because I don't think I've ever asked anybody this. Did you attend prom?
I did.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Like twice.
Okay.
Twice.
That's dope. That's dope. I never attended mine. I wish I could have, but I had gotten kicked out before then. So I was like, all right, cool, whatever. But any sports growing up?
Yeah, I played basketball.
Were you pretty good?
Yeah, I was pretty good. I was pretty
Okay.
good. I ran track. I was pretty good too.
Okay.
For playing basketball and being, short, I did pretty good.
Okay. Okay. And how come you never continued to pursue like track or basketball? Is it because like what you said, maybe you were short?
No, actually, it was because I was invested in the music, and so my coach gave me an alternative, and she was like, "Okay, it's between this and that," and obviously, I like hang my jersey, and I chose the microphone.
Dope, dope. Okay, so now my next question is this. Well, before I ask that, do you come from a big family, like a lot of brothers, a lot of sisters?
Yeah, I do. I
Okay.
do. Yeah, we're 5 actually.
Okay,
Yeah.
that'll work. Okay, now my next question is, growing up in your home with your mother and your father, what type of music was played in your home as you were, little girl growing up?
Um,
Like, what would your father play compared to what your mother would play? Did they like the same? Did they like different or?
I think my pops probably like listened to more like Tupac, and and my mom listened to like cumbia.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That'll work. And what was your favorite growing up before possibly what you got into today? Were you into the cumbia? Were you into the Spanish music?
I was more into like, yeah, I was more into like J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar kind of vibe.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you were listening to that as a youngster?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I said that as a joke the other day. I said, wow, today's generation, one day they're going to say, my old school music was Kendrick Lamar. And I'm thinking like to myself, like, wow, that's still kind of like new to me. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
I feel you. But I mean, I am who I am because of who I listen to,
And that's why I ask these questions.
Yeah.
Like, I want to know who influenced you, you know? Okay,
And
so,
J. Cole was a big influence on my life. Yeah.
okay. Now, are you familiar with the song Rapper's Delight?
Yeah.
Okay, by Sugar Hill Gang. I was in 6th grade when I first heard rap, and that was the song. What was, if you can recall, the first song you ever heard, or what age were you when you were introduced to rap? Was it through your father?
No, actually, it was through my brother.
Okay.
Yeah, my brother, he listened to like Scarface, and like
Scarface
we used to get
fucking
ready.
dope.
We used to get ready listening to Scarface.
That'll work. There was when my album dropped, and I wasn't a rapper, but I was a producer, and I DJ'd for the guy I produced for. Our first tour was in Texas, and the first place we landed was in Houston, and we played at a club like an independent type of club. It was called the Palladium, and I actually still have the flyer. Like I kept that shit. I try to keep everything of wherever I go. If I go to Atlanta, I'll buy a hat. If I go to Chicago, I'll buy a Chicago hat. That was just me. But when I got there, Ghetto Boys had just dropped the We Can't Be Stopped album. That was the one with Bushwick Bill when he lost his eye and it was hanging out. And we were kicking it with them. We were doing shows with them. So that's my memory of Houston, But I like Houston. I've always liked Houston, But to me, it was that kind of music. Today in Houston, what do you think it is that everybody's listening to out there?
Right now?
Yeah, like, right. What's popping? Is it a Houston artist? Is it music from out here? Is it music from the East Coast? What's popping right now in Houston?
No, right now I think it's like the new upcoming artists, like
Okay.
OT.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what's being jammed out there right now.
Okay. Now, if I'm correct, OT, Mexican OT. Okay. The reason why I'm asking is because he's still kind of new to me. You know, even though I kind of heard, but I heard of OT Genesis and then Mexican OT. So I'm trying to make sure
we got the right OT.
Yeah, we got the right OT. So now, now let me ask you: do you personally like his music?
Yeah, his music is good.
Yeah. Okay. I heard his a song that he did where they kind of remade a movie called Pulp Fiction, where he's wearing a wig. And who was the other rapper?
It was the baby.
The baby.
Yeah,
the baby. Whatever happened to the baby? I mean, people said that he got canceled. Some people said no, he just stopped making music. Some people say he fell off. I don't know what the deal was with that.
I think the baby was just you know, like anybody else, stating his opinion on something, and then it was just like, oh, we don't rock with that opinion. So I mean, I don't think he got canceled. I just think he slowed down a little bit, because I mean, if he comes out now and does something, like, I think people would still support him. Yeah. And we just saw him at the rodeo as well. So that was cool.
And you know what? I'll be honest with you. I don't like a lot of new music. I really don't. And I'm stuck in the 80s and 90s. I really, really am. But when I saw that video, first I heard the song and I didn't care for it.
Right.
But when I saw the video, it won me over because I really loved the concept of the video. And that just goes to show how important visuals are. And I always tell people this, that an artist today has a better chance of winning a fan than from my era, how we came up. For an example, today, if people don't like your music, cool. If people now can see you perform, they may not like the way you perform, cool. They may see your, you do an interview, and okay, you know what? I didn't really like her music. I didn't really like her video, but I really liked her style. I really liked the way she carried herself. I'm going to take another listen, So there's always ways to win a fan. I think interviews are very, very important for the public to get to know you, not only as an artist, but as a person.
I also think that it's like the same way you said about that, but in performance-wise,
yes,
I feel like performing is such an artistry, and I feel like when people watch me perform, it's like an experience, And then actually, Never Die was telling me about this. He was like, the first time I saw you perform, like I was just captured by the way you move the crowd, and he wondered. He was like, do I just like her because she moves the crowd, or is the music good? And he went back, listened to the music, and it just correlated. But performing wise is also important just as much as visuals.
Absolutely. And I agree with you. I worked with a rapper. He was 16 years old, and this was a while ago. And I'll be honest with you, he came to my house and he rapped, and I thought he was sorry. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought he was sorry. He had a look, though. He had a look, and I'm like, okay, I like his look, but he just doesn't have it. At least that's what I thought.
Right.
Okay. So he asked me one day, hey, man, would you DJ for me? Because I was DJing at the time. And I said, yeah, I'll go DJ for you, man. I don't care. He says, we're not going to work together. I'm thinking that in my head, So he went to go perform, 16 years old, and rocked that motherfucker. And I was very, very impressed at 16 years old how he can rock a crowd with the songs that I thought were sorry. So that's why I always tell people when I do interviews, they always ask me, hey, man, do you like my music? And I said, look, bro, I'm here to shine light on you. I don't have to like your music because what if I tell you I don't like your music? Now you don't like me, But just because I don't like your music, that doesn't mean that he won't and he won't, So I always say, just get that out of your head, bro. I'm here to shine light on what you do.
Right.
So now, so you said you were a young girl when you first started listening to rap. Who were some of your favorites growing up? I know you mentioned Kendrick, J. Cole.
I rocked with Tupac too.
Okay.
Yeah. I rocked with Tupac, Biggie, all that. But pretty much, my influences was J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar.
Okay, now what was it about them that separated them from everybody else? Obviously, they're both lyricists. They're both spitters.
If you think about it, right? Tupac had a message, and it's the message that they give in their music that grabbed me, and I could relate a lot to it, just coming from like a low income family.
Yes.
Like, you know, and just having a dream and getting out of it and believing in yourself and just conquering your dreams. And just believe in myself. So, I mean, they had the same message, and so I just listened to
Okay. Okay. And now, as far as like Houston rappers, was there any of them that you would listen to growing up?
Scarface. I grew up listening to Scarface, and when I actually had an opportunity to go on tour with him.
Really?
Yeah, I was like 18, and I ended up just kind of taking off. Like, I graduated, and then I left, and I started traveling, and I ran into him in like Cincinnati. And then, we took off from there. He was on tour with Gorgeous George. I don't know if you know of him. But, we was out there. And then, you know, that was the first time that I was like, wow, this is possible. You know, I can do this, you know?
Yeah.
And it wasn't, at first, it was just something that I liked doing. And it was in me. Almost felt like a calling, you know?
Yeah.
But then I just, I took it on. Like, I actually, picked up the call. And like about 3 years ago, I was like, okay, I can't see myself doing anything else other than this. So here I am.
Okay. Yeah. And that was my next question. Like, at what age would you say that you picked up the pen and paper and you started writing, so to speak? At what age would you say?
Like, for real, before, I think it was like poetry.
Okay.
And then like around 15 years old, I started like going into like rap.
Okay.
And, you know, writing. And but it wasn't until like 3 years ago that I was like, okay, I can do this. Like, this is what I want to do.
Do you remember your first recording session, whether it was like legit? When I say legit, like whether it was something you were going to release or just something where you just wanted to hear yourself? Do you remember when you first recorded yourself? Yeah,
I do. It was kind of like a spiritual kind. It was kind of very spiritual for me, at least. Like I said, I had like this calling, and I remember being in a booth, and like what I was talking about was like more about having an opportunity, like from what I come from, and being able to get out of that. And you know, I was also like giving thanks to God for it. So it was a very spiritual moment for me when I first touched the mic. It just felt like I had chills all over my back. It was just like a calling.
Yeah. Okay. So now you spit on the mic. They play you back. Mm-hmm. Did you like hearing yourself, your voice, your lyrics?
It's kind of funny because when I record, I don't like to hear myself record.
Okay.
But hearing it back was an experience. It was like, not many people get to experience that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't like make a song and then hear themselves back. And like, not many people experience that. So when I first heard that, it was like I said, it was very spiritual. It was like, wow, like I'm meant for this. Like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Wow. Okay. That's you know what? Reason why I like to ask that question, because you'll be surprised. 90% of artists that I've asked, when you first recorded yourself and they play it back, did you like it? They all say no. They all say no. And then, so you're one of the few that say, yeah, I like what I heard.
I liked it. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Do you remember what you first rapped to? Was it an original beat, or was it somebody else's track?
Nah, it was an original beat. It was actually the producer that I was recording with. It was his beat, and he just threw it on there. And he was like, let me see what you can do with this. And I just took off with it. Okay. Now, I have to ask you this because I saw it on your bio on your Instagram. It says ghostwriter. Mm-hmm. So I take it you write your own stuff. Yes.
Okay. You know, I've known artists that I didn't know that I put them on the spot, and that's why I like to ask them beforehand, is there anything you don't want me to ask you?
Right.
So I didn't know some of the guys that I was asking didn't write their own shit. Mm-hmm. So when I asked them, do you write your own stuff? And they were like, well, I work with different writers. And then at the end, they get mad at me like, you shouldn't ask me that, bro. And I'm like, bro, I asked you, you know. So...
Yes, I write my own stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes I write for others.
Okay. Do you care to mention others, or would you just rather be a ghost?
I'd rather be a ghost.
Okay. That's cool. You know what's funny? Growing up, I think today we have names for everything. Like, for an example, we never knew what a ghostwriter was. Mm. It was just like, if I knew you and I had a beat, I'll just call you up, Gilo, I need you to write this track for me. So you would come write for me, and then I would say, Gilo wrote this rhyme for me. Bah, 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 bah. Okay? And that's the way we did it. Like, we never hid it. Today, people don't want their secret to be known that somebody else wrote their song. So I wonder, what's the big deal? Do you think just people are just embarrassed? Does that make them less of an artist because they didn't write their own stuff?
I mean, I think that, that could possibly be it, you know. But I mean, you see some of the greatest, you know.
Thank you.
They have ghostwriters,
Yeah.
and you know what I'm saying? And they're still some of the greatest, you know.
Yes, yes.
And they're still thriving with their music. So it's like, I mean, I feel like maybe it's an ego thing.
Probably.
And pride.
Now, let me ask you this. How would you feel? Let's just say that you wrote a song, but you needed a hook, and for some reason, it just wasn't coming to you. And let's just say I said, hey, man, you know what? I got a girl. I think she can write to this. And you just said, all right, fuck her. Let's see what she got. She sang it. She wrote it. And then you went ahead and said, okay, fuck it, let's go ahead and do it. And that song, let's just say it went platinum. Would you feel bad as a writer that your biggest hit wasn't written completely by you, knowing you wrote your verses, but the hook wasn't yours? Does that take away from you? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I actually nobody has ever written for me, but I would be open for it if it was something that we can come together and collaborate on. You know what I'm saying? Like, now if it went platinum, like, I don't think it would like hurt my ego or anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because at the end of the day, like, we're winning. My team is winning. My family's eating. We're eating. You know what I mean? So, I don't think I would feel anything less of who I am.
Okay. So now, I take it you do have music out. What was your first single that you had released, and what was the feedback that you got?
It was called On the Floor, and it was pretty good. Like, I got some pretty good feedback on it, and like, my music is very energized, and I mean, it's versatile, but it's very energized, and I got like a lot of like, oh, this makes me want to work out. Like, this is so empowering. Like, so it was, and I guess that's what my music does. It's like a self-empowerment kind of, it was a lot of like, man, like, I be listening to you when I'm working out, and so that's awesome.
Okay, very energetic. Now, as far as On the Floor, what are you talking about?
Like, get him on the floor, like, just like make the people from sitting down and just
get up here,
get down on the floor. Yeah,
you know what? I did a show one time, and I'm glad you brought that up. I did a show one time, and this whole seating arrangement was terrible. The way they set up for the show. Here's the stages in the middle, and they put seats on the side, and they left this bare. I guess they expected people to come and stand by the stage. But instead, they went ahead and put seats all on the side. Like, and I'm thinking, everybody's sitting down, nobody's here. You know, you want to rock with the motherfucking crowd, you know?
Right.
So the MC that I was DJing for said, look, I'm not going to lie. They gave me 15 minutes. They already paid me. If you guys do not come over here, I ain't rapping shit, because I ain't going to rap looking at you guys that way. I'm not going to rap looking at you guys that way. And he literally made them come and get on the damn floor.
Now, that's a true MC.
Yes.
That's a true MC. There's a difference. Like, a lot of people don't understand that. Like, I'm always like, I'm an MC because an MC moves the crowd.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And now that's an MC. If you're able to, like, be able to move the crowd to where you specifically want them, that's an MC.
Yes. Have you ever played, I'm sure you have, in front of tough crowds?
Yes, I have, actually. But I don't always think of them as tough crowds.
Okay.
I think of them as, especially when I get off the stage and how much like good feedback I get. But people would think, whoa, this is a tough crowd, simply because they're quiet or they're like just like. But a lot of that is from being astonished. Like, whoa, I've never seen, like, I actually got a footage from somebody. I was performing, and it was at the Lowrider in Chicago, and it was a lot of people, and the people went from like woo to like woo, and I got to see their faces from somebody recording down low, and how their reaction was, because I'm up top, I'm looking at them like this, but somebody getting their faces and the reaction. And I remember that this guy came over and he was like, the last time I seen this happen was like when SPM was out, and it was like multitudes of people, and it was just the astonishment of people. And I could have thought of that as a tough crowd, but it wasn't a tough crowd because everybody still rocked with it. Once I got off the stage, it was like, yo, that was crazy. Like, I didn't expect that from you.
Right. You know, I often think these things whenever I interview somebody from a different generation from me, okay, that it kind of saddens me a little bit, but you guys have so much more to look forward to than we did. But let me give you some examples of something that we experienced that your generation will probably never experience because times have changed, okay? Like, for an example, going to the record store and seeing people buy your single cassette or your album vinyl or your CD. Yeah. And they're walking out with a big-ass smile. Like, or, you know, like, there were stores called The Warehouse, Sam Goody's, Music Plus, Tower Records, and there was another one that I don't recall right now. But all of these places, I used to go to see who was buying my stuff. And then sometimes I would go where it would say it, and it would be empty. And I'm like, hell yeah, okay? Here's another thing. It could still happen, but it's rare because of the people that are in charge of radios, hearing your song for the first time on radio. Mm-hmm. You know, the first time I heard my song, I was in San Francisco, and it damn nearly almost made me cry, you know? And that's something that I think this generation could somewhat experience, but you're going to need a lot of backing because there's gatekeepers in the radio stations, okay? Another thing, hearing or seeing your video like on BET, MTV, you know, we experience a lot of that stuff. But again, you guys have YouTube, you guys have Spotify, you guys have so much more. Yeah. To us, it's
almost discouraging, though. Yeah, it is almost discouraging because you look at so many people want to do this.
Yes,
and so many people putting out the content, and so many people, and you sort of kind of start like thinking like, well, what are the chances? You know, because it's the internet. Like you said, like the hustlers back then. You pop trunk and you selling, and who's selling, and you know what I'm saying? It's physical stuff you're selling and stuff, and you getting your music out there. But now it's all phone.
Yes,
stuff.
It's all phone. It's all phone. Here's another big one. Okay, when people pay tickets, because I played in front of 500 people and I played in front of 14,000 people. And they come and they're ready. They want to see you perform. Today, it saddens me that all I see is a handful, thousands of hands just recording and not even bobbing their head to the music. And that really bothers me because I feel you as an artist, you're not getting the full experience. Right. You know, of these motherfuckers.
And see, that's why I was saying about how those be the tough crowds.
Yes.
The tough crowds are just like, you know, or you would think that, but it's like everybody lives off on these. Yes. So it's like almost if you didn't record it, it's almost like it didn't happen.
Right.
So that's why everybody's stuck like this. Rather than to be experiencing it, like right then and then and living in the moment, they're trying to capture the moment.
Right. And is that a good thing or a bad thing? It could be maybe both.
To me, yeah, I think it could be both. Especially because I do music and I know what it is that you're like content. If you didn't record it, it didn't happen, you know, and what content does for you, like on the internet, it could be a good thing. Yeah. It could be a bad thing, you know, as well, like how you're saying, like, is it a good thing or a bad thing? It could be both.
Yeah, it could be both, but I'll give an example. Here's what not recording creates. Tone, how did that show go? Your ass should have been there, bro. That motherfucker was insane. Now you're like, fuck, when are they coming back? 3 months, bro. Now they get a bigger venue because people heard the feedback. Mm-hmm. That's what that creates. Mm-hmm. Today, I don't think we have that because, like, how was the show? Oh, here, just watch it. Yeah. And I think it kind of takes away. But technology, do not get me wrong, I love technology, and I'm thankful. Yeah. You know, I'm thankful, but it does take away. Yeah. You know.
And I mean, also, it creates a lot of like like how you were saying, like you guys didn't have everything. Now everything has a name, like
Yes.
ghostwriting, and I feel like it creates a lot of like anxiety and depression
Yeah.
and just some things that maybe your generation didn't go through that our generation does, because they're stuck on this, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? And
yeah.
it creates a lot of that. So yes, technology could be a good thing, but it also is like you know.
Yeah, yeah. Like, let me give an example of, and I'm sure you probably know a lot of this that I'm telling you already, but for the fans that are watching, say that I'm your manager and I want to take you to a studio. In the late 80s, I want to say 1989 was one of our first studio sessions, and it was $75 an hour, but you had to book 10 hours. If you didn't, and like you said, I only want 5, it's 150 an hour. So the more, you know, the less. So it's 75 an hour. You guys everybody do the math. Now we got, let's say we got 3 songs we want to record. We have to buy a 2-inch reel, probably cost about $125. Okay. Then you say, you know what, Tona, I need a bass player, I need a lead player, I need a percussionist. That lead and bass player is going to cost me about $250. That percussionist probably going to cost me about $200. Okay. Then I got to pay the engineer. Okay. So now we're already a couple of G's in, and we haven't even started. Today, if you can get a laptop and get, you know, Fruity Loops or Logic,
Yeah.
you know, I make a song today, I'll release it tomorrow.
Yeah.
And back then you had a label, say I was, Warner Brothers, and you're signed to me. And it's December. Then you're wondering, yeah, I'm going to drop my record on Christmas. And I'm going to say, no. Why? We'll wait till summer. But summer comes around and we find out Mariah Carey and Janet Jackson are dropping them. So now we got to push it back. Because with record labels back then, timing was everything. So we're probably going to have to sit on your record for about 7 months, and your record is already done. So now you're like, fuck, man. That's just the way it was back then.
Right.
You know, today when I talk to artists, everything, I'm going to drop a single next month and a single next month and then another single next month. And I'm like, bro, like let your songs breathe just a little bit.
Yeah.
So anyways.
That's right, but even that, you know, like I feel like the more you drop now, the more chances you have on like blowing up, you know. And like like I was just telling my manager the same thing. I was like, I want to drop a single like every other like 2 months, and like that was just my thought. This was like a while ago that I told him that, and he was like why, like just drop back to back, like keep dropping. I was like, well, I want to let him breathe, I want to, you know what I'm saying? But it's like the more you drop in, the more you're creating, the more chances you have of like blowing up.
I mean, you know, and again, I'm thankful for technology, and I'm thankful to still be here. Back then, let's just say you dropped an album in January. Let's just say your first single would be "Let's Go." Okay, whatever. I just made that name up. We pushed that song for about 4 months. We played on the radio. We have a video. We start doing shows. That's our single.
Yeah.
Then, Tone, what are we gonna drop for our second single? Our second single will be "Next Time." Then we run that motherfucker for another 4 months. And then our third single, we run that motherfucker. So we literally will wait an entire year and try to make that motherfucker go gold or platinum.
Gold or platinum.
Yeah. Today, do you think it's harder to go gold or platinum?
I don't think so. I think it's probably, the chances are higher.
Probably,
Yeah, because like you said, we don't have to wait 7 months.
Yeah.
We can drop, like, and we have chances to, like, if this one didn't hit, the next one might hit. If that one didn't hit, and if you're constantly creating, like, and you're constantly building your fan base, like, yeah, you have chances of.
Yeah, and today you guys have a beautiful thing that we didn't have back then, and it's called going viral. You know, when people would say, "Hey man, you know, drop, you could probably go viral." I'm like, what the fuck is viral? It sounds like a disease, you know. But now let me ask you this: as far as social media is concerned, when it pertains to music, you have Facebook, you have Snapchat, you have Instagram, you have Twitter, and then there's TikTok, probably the most 5, at least that I know of, unless you know any other ones. Which one would you say, if there's an artist coming up like yourself that is probably wondering where is the best, I guess, app or social media for me to promote my music? What has worked best for you?
I say it's definitely have to be Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah, Instagram and TikTok right now.
Yeah.
It's what's popping right now. So
Yeah.
I feel like those are the platforms that will give you the more chances of blowing up.
Yeah.
Simply because all the rest is more like Snapchat is more like private. It's more, like you're texting more of than, promoting. But you have, and Twitter too, but I mean between TikTok and Instagram, they're the platforms that have more chances of you going viral.
Okay. Okay. Have you got on that new Threads on Instagram?
Yeah. It's like Twitter.
Really?
Yeah, it's like Twitter, but it's not. It is like Twitter.
Okay.
There's just like different buttons. That's the only thing.
Okay.
But it does the same thing.
Okay. I haven't got on there yet, but people tell me you need to get on there. I just like Instagram. That's it. So they run pages that they tag me on from here so they can help promote the show. But okay, let's get back to what I was going to ask you now. As far as your music is concerned, as far as producers, do you work with various producers? Do you have one producer, or are you willing to work with other producers that possibly hear your music and say, "I think I got some shit for her"?
I work with two producers right now,
Okay.
and yes, I'm open to other producers, but like I'm building my sound, and I'm sticking to one producer specifically right now. Just trying to build with him like on some soul music.
Okay.
He goes by Ghetto Rancho, and he's from Houston, Texas. So I'm out here just trying to build that sound right now.
Okay, and what sound is that? Is that your sounds?
Yeah, that's the Gangsta Love sound.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Call me the gangsta love. The Ghetto Boys had a song like that.
yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the Gangsta Love. So it's just like soul music, rap, trip hop. I can't describe it. You just have to hear
I
it.
haven't heard the name trip hop since like the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah, my boy was really heavy into that.
Yeah, it's kind of like drill. I can't describe it. Like you just
Right.
gotta check it out. Like it's kind of like drill, but it's so like new. It's so new. It's so fresh, and it also has a message. So it has a message. It's lyrical, but it's jiggy at the same time.
All right. All right. Let me ask you a couple of questions about certain artists. This guy has been trending for the longest time. People say he's crazy, or people say he's a genius. Kanye West. What is your opinion on Kanye West?
Kanye West, he is something special.
Okay.
He's something special, man. I feel like, there's a lot of behind the scenes in the music industry that, a lot of people don't get to see or experience and stuff. And when you're that deep in the music, and I mean, you see he kind of went for a moment. He kind of went like cuckoo there for a minute, or they perceived them to, or they painted him off to be that way.
Yeah.
But I mean, a lot goes on behind the scenes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But overall, like, yeah, that man is. I mean, he's a black man in America making it. So yeah, you can only.
And one thing that I want people to know and understand, many times when you reach it that big, when you reach a career that huge. Okay, like Michael Jackson, for an example. That guy couldn't live a normal life. Like, he couldn't just wake up and I'm going to walk down the street to McDonald's and get me a burger.
Yeah.
He'd get mobbed.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't say, I'm just going to go to Disneyland because I feel like it today. He'd get mobbed. And I think to a certain extent, now I'm not saying that Kanye West is that big like Michael, but he's that popular.
Yeah.
Michael was from where your videos were shown on TV and they went global. Today, Kanye West could just get on his Instagram and it'll go global instantly. Mm-hmm. Okay. Thanks to technology. But a lot of people may think he's weird because maybe he's just tired of motherfuckers. Let me get a picture.
Yeah.
Let me get this.
Yeah, like I said, it's so much behind the scenes that we don't know about, we don't see. I mean, and again, we're all just human. We bleed the same way. So it's like, we're all just human. And, he's probably like, man, I'm tired of this, like sometimes I think about, and it gives me like bad anxiety to be like, famous. like I got a taste of it, you know what I'm saying, and just kind of like you get a like anxiety from it, you know. You never know, like sometimes you be like walking from your car and you're like, you never know who's like, you know, peeping game or who's, you know.
No, it is true, because let's be honest, there's a lot of people out there that are possibly, you know, since we're talking about Kanye West or any other artist like that, maybe a Kendrick Lamar, maybe a J. Cole, that they attract a lot of weirdos. When I say that, fans can be weirdos at times.
Yeah.
Like, let me give you one example. True story. I was at an MGM here in Las Vegas boxing match, big boxing fan. And I noticed a big crowd by a men's restroom. And they had security, okay? And it was me and my friend. And we walked up there, and I asked the security guard, like, who the fuck is in there? And they said, Sugar Shane Mosley, he was an active boxer at the time, and Denzel were both in the restroom. They were using the restroom. They cleared everybody out. So I just kind of like said, like, well, what the fuck? Everybody, I mean, do these guys want an autograph, or some guys just want to take a piss? Because I want to take a piss. I said, but I can't go in there. They're like, bro, you'll be surprised how many people would see them in the restroom and ask them, can I shake it for you? Can I wash your hands?
Jesus.
Can I shake your hand before you wash it? And I'm like, you got to be equal. Bro, there's a lot of fucking weirdos, bro.
Yeah.
And it is true. So many times, a lot of times, I've learned not to blame the artist for saying, I don't want to take no pictures.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah. Yeah, because again, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, you know?
Very true. I had B-Real here from Cypress Hill here, okay? He jumped out on the stage one time, shared a story. Came back with no shoes, no socks. His pants was down. His zipper was down. Somebody had his hand in there.
No way.
He jumped in the crowd. And you know how they carry you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened. He said a couple of years later, somebody brought me back my shoes, said, that was me. Can you sign it? Oh, so there's weirdos out there. You know? Fuck.
That was pretty weird.
Yeah, and let's be honest. Say you go out there and you rock a crowd, you're going to get some weirdos there too. Yeah, can I take a picture? Yeah. You may not want that.
Yeah.
You know, you may not want that. And this is where fans
draw the line.
Yes. Have to respect the artist.
Yes.
You know, so.
Yes.
So, yeah. But anyways.
That would make you lose your mind.
Exactly. So, now, how long now? Well, let's take us back to the first time you went up on stage. Mm-hmm. Were you nervous, and do you still get nervous?
You know, I was in high school, and it was like a competition, I believe so. It was a competition, and it was like $25 to sign up. You know, and I only had like $30 in my pocket, so I put $5 in the gas tank, and I put the last 25 to sign up. You know,
yeah, you went for it,
and I went for it. I believed in myself so much. I was like, all right, like they're giving away like $300 or something, so I just went for it. I believe in myself. I know what I bring to the table. I bring another table to the table. You know, so
yeah, I
took it. I took the opportunity. I betted my last $25, and I walked out with the $300.
Hell yeah!
So that was a pretty good experience for me. And then after that, I was like, wow, this is what it feels like to win to win. So
that's dope. That's dope.
I love the feeling, and ever since then,
I've
just been winning.
It reminded me of a story. That's beautiful. That reminded me of a story. I was in 6th grade, and they were having a talent show where these kids were going to perform in front of the whole school on popping, dance, popping. And
that's funny. There's a song I dropped, popping.
Okay. And it was funny. And I saw them performing. They had a routine, and then the bam. And I just thought it was so fascinating. So what I did, I contacted one of my friends, and I said, hey, bro, I need you to teach me how to pop. I learned how to pop in 2 damn days, okay? I just knew like 3 moves, and I just repeated them over and over and over. So I went to the teacher, and I said, I want to be in that talent show. And she said, really? She goes, do you know how to pop? I just started. She goes, you're in. And there it goes. That was it.
You went for it.
I went for it, and I won.
You won.
I won.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Sometimes, honestly, you just have to go for it. And believe me, I'm not trying to be mean, but fuck what people think. Fuck what people say. If you believe in yourself, you can do it.
Yeah, and that was the mentality that I have, and I've had it since then.
Now, today when you perform, do you get nervous at all?
I wouldn't say that I get nervous, but I still feel that thrill. I mean, it's
It's
not,
a rush.
It's a rush. Yes, it's not nervousness, but it's a rush, and I love it. I love the rush of performing.
No, it is a beautiful rush. And let me share this story. In my room, when I used to scratch and I would put the needle on the record, you know, you got small little speakers and you can't turn it up too damn loud because your mom would get pissed off. So I was like, I was like, okay, cool, whatever. So then we go, we're going to go to Houston. I said, okay, how many people are going to be here? Sold out 14,000. I was like, oh, shit. So I go to sound check, put the needle on the record. It's fucking, I'm like, oh, my God, I'm here. You know, and I'll be honest with you, it was a rush, but it was a sense of like, shit, I've been practicing this much to get here. From 2 small speakers to a fucking stadium, your scratches sound incredible. It's an incredible feeling.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you're doing it. You know, now let me ask you this: how did you meet Carolyn? Because I believe you do a lot of stuff with Carolyn, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Before you answer that, Alex, can you bring us another round? You guys want another one, bro? Okay. We'll take another round. Would you like another one?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, cool. You know what? Just make sure you go. Yeah, you got the thing, and then pass you one. I don't know if you guys want to take a shot right now.
Take a shot.
Hey, you can serve me if you don't mind. We're gonna take a shot because never die. If I'm correct, he brought the bottle. Don Julio. So we're gonna go ahead and take one right now.
You want one, Royal?
If you want some, just grab it. I got you one right there. Okay. Please excuse us, everybody. We're just, this is the beer break for a second. Oh, this is yours right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm good, my bro. All right. Fill mine to the top. And then just,
Y'all ain't getting me.
oh, you can just put it, and I'll just slide it. All good, my bro. All right, let's just take a quick one right here real quick, my bro. Houston in the building.
Houston. Cheers.
G-Love. All right, if you want to pass me so you could open that shit. The little wrestler thing. Oh, yeah, that one went down smooth. If you want to open up your other one. Okay. So, anyway, everybody, thank you for being as patient while we toasted. Oh, now, you know, now that's the thing. Have you ever went up on stage, and I have to ask this because a lot of people do this, like buzz or drunk?
Yeah, maybe like once or twice, but it was a learning experience.
Really?
And I was young, and I was just doing like I took it like a learning experience because I got up there and I was like, whoa, the floor is moving. So
Right.
I definitely took it like a learning experience. Never did it again.
Okay. Now, I don't know if a lot of you guys, artists out there watching, ever go up on stage drunk, because I've been to a lot of shows where motherfuckers are lit.
You know, I recently had this, I was on the mic and somebody was bringing me wine and I'm like, wine, you know, I'm like, wine.
Right,
like,
right.
Wine, okay, wine. But they kept bringing me wine and it was so good. So I just kept drinking and I was like about to record and I was recording.
Oh, shit.
I was recording actually. And they just kept bringing me more and more. And so I'm like, I mean, it just tastes like juice. Bro, told me by the time I'm like sitting there, I'm like, no way. I can't even talk. I couldn't even talk. I couldn't spit. That was the first time that I could not spit. And I just busted out laughing. I was like, all right, boys, it's a wrap because I can't do it. You know, I was drunk.
Wow.
I was drunk.
Wow.
But that was also a learning experience. I didn't do it again. I don't drink in the studio no more.
Yeah. You know what? There's guys that I performed with that were like fucked up, and they still had like maybe about an hour to go, and they're in the back, and I'm like, I don't know how in the fuck this guy's gonna go up there. So and then I'm like, yo, bro, get up. And this is my homeboy. Get up. Yo, what's going on? And I'm like, bro, you gotta go on. Fuck me, I gotta go on. I'm like, bro, fucking paid you, homie. Get up there. He went up to tour that shit and never forgot a lyric. But that's just the way he functions. Some people can function that way. Some people can't.
I mean, it's funny because they think I be like, my energy's so hype. They think that I'm always like
On something.
on something, like drinking, or you know what I'm saying. And they're always trying to buy me drinks and stuff. But it's like, yeah, I hardly drink.
Oh, okay.
And that's just my personality.
Right,
like my
right,
personality is just high energy on stage. But I'm calm. Like I'm like introvert, extroverted. I'm extroverted when I get on, but I'm an introvert when I'm down here. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
So-
Now, as far as I asked you about Carolyn. How long have you been knowing Carolyn? Carolyn Rodriguez.
I've known her for like about a year now.
Okay.
Yeah, about a year now.
Okay. And you did a lot of stuff with her on the road?
Yeah, I've gone on the road with her. I've gone on. I've rocked out stages with her. You know, and I met her through the industry, just being around. She saw me perform, and you know, she was just like, wow, who's that?
Right.
And so that's how I met her. That's how
Okay.
I knew about her.
For the fans that may not know, have you done collabs with anybody? Like, and so, you know, who were they?
Yeah, I've actually done a collab with Carolyn. It's on my new EP,
Okay.
Ghetto Baby, and Juan Gotti.
Okay.
Yeah. I've worked with Misery. I mean, I've done collabs,
Okay.
but those are like the big ones that I've done.
Other than Carolyn, any females out there that you would love to collab with?
Not
Like,
off the top of the
Yeah,
head.
yeah. I was gonna say, has anybody caught your ear? Like, okay, I could fuck with her. I think she's dope.
Yeah, I think Crystal Poppin definitely caught my ear. When I first saw Crystal Poppin perform, I was like, "Who's that? Who's that?" Because she was doing her thing. So yeah, Crystal Poppin definitely.
You know, one thing about Crystal Pop, well, she's been here twice, and one thing that I can appreciate her is the confidence that she has in herself.
Mm-hmm.
I really admire people that really believe in themselves, you know, because I've met rappers, sad to say, that didn't believe in themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, dude, why are you doing it?
Mm-hmm.
That would be like me training for a fight, knowing I'm going to lose.
Like waste of time.
Wasted fucking time. Like, you know, and after you finish training me, you ask me, do you think you're going to win? I don't know. No, you got to know you're going to
Gotta
win.
know, yeah. You gotta believe in yourself.
gotta believe in yourself.
Have that confidence.
I mean, she believes in herself so much that she actually says, I'll go heads up with guy rappers.
Yeah, me too. Me too, for sure. I head to head, toe to toe.
No
You know,
shit.
yeah, for sure. They definitely try to test you on and off the mic. I'll tell you that for sure.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Who, when it comes to, other than Kendrick, other than J. Cole, are some of the most dopest, like, male lyricists out there, whether they're deceased or whether they're alive today or whether they're a new artist?
For me,
Yeah, for you.
I mean, I would say Tupac was definitely one of the greatest for
Okay.
me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he definitely sparked a lot of minds out here.
Yeah. Were you a Biggie fan?
I wasn't a Biggie fan like that. I was more of a Tupac fan, but I mean, I listen to Biggie too.
Okay. What about as far as like East Coast rap? Because I haven't heard you mention too many East Coast rappers.
Yeah.
Do you have any East Coast favorites?
I don't have any East Coast favorites.
Okay. So you don't swing like with Wu-Tang, 50, you know.
I mean, 50 Cent, yeah, 50 Cent. We literally just want to go see 50 Cent. I was telling everybody, I was like, man, I rock with the old 50 Cent, the old Kanye West. Like that, like they was on it. They was on
Right.
it.
What do you think it was about Tupac? I mean, I know you mentioned that he was a dope lyricist.
I think what it was his message.
Okay.
It was more of like, like for me, it was more of him like sparking a mind to change the world, and he said it himself. You know,
Yeah.
Even the whole thug life thing. It's the hate you give little infants fucks like everybody.
Right.
You know what I mean? That alone itself said a lot. Like,
Yeah.
yo, like generational curses exist. And if we can't stop that, like the infants, the youth, the future is fucked.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And so his message was very impactful for me because now I kind of sort of believe in that so much that I'm like, you know, I'm the one that these generational curses, once they meet me, they stand no chance. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So I'm
yeah.
I'm that black sheep that's breaking those generational curses. And so that's what he did for me, you know, and just sparked the mind to like believe that you can have an impact in the world, even if you're not gonna be the one that's gonna change the whole world, like you can still make an impact in the world.
Yeah, you could be somebody, definitely a part of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, who doesn't know Tupac? He's like, he like. Besides that, I feel like I mean, Jesus was known all like across the whole globe. You know what I mean?
Right,
and I
right.
feel like Tupac's like that too. And I mean, it's sad to say, but I feel like he was a martyr. You know?
Yeah. Okay. I believe he was 25 when he passed. He was a very, very young man, and I know that.
And he did so much in 25 years.
In 25 years, he had movies under his belt.
Exactly.
And today, I'm sorry to say, and this is not to talk bad, but today you got rappers that are dope, don't have not one damn movie. Mm-hmm. You know, and he made a huge impact.
Yeah, and I'm doing movies now, you know, myself. So it's like it's dope to be like, you know, I'm still this young and I'm doing this much, and you know, and just kind of being able to look up to that.
That's dope. That's dope. Now, I met Tupac when he was 19 years old. It was 1992 in San Francisco, and he was a real quiet guy. Can't say that I had a long conversation because he just looked very, very quiet. Mm-hmm. I shook his hand, and he was with the group Digital Underground. Mm-hmm. You know, rest in peace, Tupac, rest in peace, Shock G. Shock G was there. I met Money B and DJ Fuse. We were at DJ Fuse's house. And it was just a dope experience because I looked up to those guys, you know, but I didn't know who Tupac was going to become.
Right.
You know, just when he still had the Gumby hairstyle, you know, and he was dancing for Digital Underground as well. But what he became was just incredible.
Yeah, from 19 to 25, that's crazy.
Yes, it's crazy. It really, really is. But now, were you ever like a Nas fan? Do you listen to his lyrics?
Nas, yeah.
Okay.
I like Nas. I mean, I'm not a super big fan. I can't, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But yeah, big lyrical person too.
I want you to give me your 4 Mount Rushmore rappers of all time. If you had to pick your 4 best male lyricists.
Yeah, I think I'd probably say Nas, J. Cole, 50 Cent, and Kendrick Lamar.
Really? Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay. Impressive. I thought you were going to throw in Tupac over 50. I know it's hard, but
it is hard.
Now, can you give me 4, if you can, of females? Is there any out there?
I'd probably say, well, yeah, not for me, honestly. I can't, it's too many. Okay. Not 4.
Okay, now let me ask you, and I'm going to throw out these names and just I think I only have like 3 of them. Are you a fan of like Nicki Minaj?
No, not really.
Okay, what about like Meg Thee Stallion?
Not really.
Cardi B.
Cardi B is she's good, but I'm not a fan of them.
Okay.
They're all great,
right,
but I
right.
can't give you like, you know,
Right. I mean, like, you know what? But I truly understand how you feel because a lot of my friends know the same thing. There are certain groups that I know that they're dope. I just don't like them. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah, and you know, it's crazy because like, to be honest with you, like I don't listen to too many artists like that because I want to keep my sound so authentic, so real, so fresh, so new. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm not a fan of much. I'm not like,
okay.
So you know what I'm saying? So yeah. It's just trying to keep my sound fresh and new.
Okay, that'll work. Now, if you could collab with someone, you know, alive or deceased, give me 3.
It would be Tupac for sure. It'd be Tupac, Scarface.
No shit. You like Scarface that much? He's fucking dope.
Yeah, he is. And man, probably 50 Cent, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that'll work. If you guys want a refill, you guys can come fill it up over here. If you guys want to give them another one. Because me, when I drink, I could drink, but I'm trying to like not drink today because probably going to drink tomorrow.
He said, because I'm probably going to drink tomorrow.
You ready, Alex, for yours? Okay. Now, let's promote the show that you're going to be at, I believe, Saturday, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go ahead and promote that. Where's this going to be at? Give us the venue and who's all going to be there.
Okay, so we're gonna be at Beer Thug Brewery. It's Burpee King's gonna be out there. A whole lot of live entertainment. I mean, bro, you wanna let him know where and all the information because he's the promoter from out here and he has a little bit more information about it.
Okay. Yeah, just come through and just give us maybe like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And yeah, just pass on the mic.
What's up, y'all? Y'all can pull up on March 9th at the Beer Thug and Brewery. Shout out to Edgar. He's the owner. We'll have G-Love right here performing live. You can see her in action. We have 30 plus rap and hip hop R&B artists performing, as well as a runway show with Thrifts. Shout out to Thrifts. It's going down in a big way. We have stand-up comedy, roast battles. It's an all-day event from noon all the way to 1:30 a.m. So, yeah, you guys can catch us there live. The co-host is the real Burpee King. Long live King Toker from Brownside.
All good. So that's like what you said, from what time to what time again? So 12 to 1:30. Damn, that's a lot of beer drinking.
That's a lot of beer
Okay.
thugging.
Yeah.
We thugging it out here, y'all. Read.
You plan on drinking before you go up on stage?
A little bit. I mean, we're in LA.
You got to.
Why not?
You got to. So now let me ask you this. So you guys are doing that show. Then you said Sunday, I believe you're going back.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any other places possibly in Houston or out in your area where people, maybe your fans, can see you in person out there? Anything coming up anytime soon out there?
Yeah. Well, actually, when we go back out there, we're gonna be in South by Southwest.
Okay.
In Austin, Texas.
Okay.
So we'll be out there. I know it gets pretty packed out there and people fly in from all over. So if y'all want to come check us out, I have a show on March 13th. We're going to be out there with SSG Splurge and Tay Money. So I'm going to be out there with them.
That'll work. Okay, now as far as your I believe you said you're working on an EP?
Yeah.
Okay, when can we expect the first single to drop, or has that already dropped?
Yeah, it already dropped. It's TikTok. Just dropped on all streaming platforms. Ghetto Rancho, shout out to Ghetto Rancho, one of the best producers out there in Houston, Texas.
Okay, now TikTok. Why TikTok? Can you elaborate a little bit?
TikTok is definitely one of those energetic songs that gets you like, I mean, you're riding through the city, you kind of want to speed a little bit, you kind of want to, you kind of just feeling yourself. If you want to work out, it's definitely a workout music. It's just full of life. That's how I can describe that track. It's just full of life and, empowering.
Okay, that'll work. And is there a visual out there where people can that people can see?
It's gonna be dropping next week.
Next week.
Awesome.
Awesome.
On Monday.
How do you like the visual?
It's pretty good. I like it. I think it's a little bit different. So I am excited for you guys to see it.
All good. And how often can we expect possibly another single before the actual EP drops? How many songs are on the EP? Some people say 6, some people say 7. And what's the name of it?
The song of the EP is called Ghetto Baby. It has 6 songs, I believe so. Yeah. And it's going to be dropping next month.
Okay. Now, let me break it down a little bit. What an album back in the day when you would buy, like, I don't know if you are familiar with groups like The Time or Prince. When they would drop albums, some of their songs would be, some of their albums would have 7 songs. Yeah. Some would have maybe 8 songs, and that was considered an album back then.
Yeah.
Okay. Me growing up, a cassette single would be 1 song, and maybe on side B, the instrumental.
So what is that?
A single.
A single.
Yeah,
okay.
it would be considered a cassette single.
A cassette single.
So you put it in side A, you get the song, put it in side B, you get the instrumental. Okay. Then this is one thing that I would hope that artists would want to bring back, and it's called a maxi single. A maxi single is between a single and an EP. It has 4 songs. And here's what a maxi single is. It has let's just say it has say you don't drop a single.
Okay.
But you drop a maxi single. So TikTok will be on there, the instrumental of TikTok, okay, and then maybe a remix of TikTok, and then a song that is not going to be on that EP.
Wow. Okay. Tony putting me on game.
Yeah, that's what a maxi single was.
Okay.
So then when the EP drops, they have, let's just say you have 6 songs, right? But now people are going, okay, I love this fucking EP, but I need to get that maxi because that one song is not on here. And it makes people purchase it. Yeah. So
that's live.
Yeah.
See, but like you said, we don't have that experience.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have no cassettes now. We don't have no CDs. Everything is on the phone.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
But one thing I will say, and I'll speak for Raza here. One thing about us, we're so old school, we'll still buy your cassette and CD. It's true.
Really?
It's true.
Do you own a cassette player?
Yes, I do. And I also own a DAT player, which is digital audio tape. It's a little cassette player, like like this. And back then, when
Tony, you can't be that old, bro.
I'm about to be 56.
No
month.
way.
Yeah, I'm about to be 56 this
No
month.
way. Dang.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right. Cheers to that.
Salud. Thank you. So, but yeah, back then we would mix down. If it wasn't quarter inch, we would mix down to a DAT player, and that's one thing about our time that I loved it. It was a process, but look, good music has no expiration date. So
And I heard that back then. This is what I heard. That it was like, all right, you got to get it right one time, one take. Like, y'all got to go in there and get it right, because it ain't like now. Now you
yes,
in and out, in and out, in and out. So I feel like, maybe it lost flavor.
yeah. Well,
It lost soul. I'm
yes.
sorry.
say you have a song that, because today we have songs that are 2 verses. Back then, every song was 16/8, 16/8, 16/8. So we had 3 verses, 3 choruses. Every time you did the chorus, you had to redo it because we couldn't grab it and put it. You had to
redo it. Exactly. That's what I heard. I
Yes.
was like, that's beautiful.
Yes.
You couldn't just copy and paste.
The bass player will go in there, boom, boom, boom,
Do it again.
boom, 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 boom. For 3 minutes, he had to do that.
Okay.
And if you got it wrong, start over. Today, all you got to do is play for 2 bars and then just loop the shit. And it's cool. I love that technology. Don't get me wrong, but there was just
See, I didn't get to experience that.
right.
Yeah, but yeah, it does. I mean, now that you're telling me, it definitely takes away from it now.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's like you copy and pasting.
Yes, and believe me, I don't mean no disrespect to technology because I love it. We get things done a lot faster, a lot cleaner, and a lot smoother. But for an example, you know what? It's just that it was just the beauty of being in the studio and you dropping, your chorus, but you got to do it identical on this 8. Then you got to do it again on the last one. On the last one, get a little bit more smoother. You can sing a little bit more if you want, that type of shit. So that was the beauty of back then. But it did take. Oh, and back then when you bought a reel, 2-inch reel, which was about $128, it was like 12 minutes. You could only fit 3 songs on there. So you literally, say you had an album of 12 songs, you literally had to carry like 4 of them into the studio, and they're fucking heavy. I still have mine.
I gotta check that out, bro. I gotta check that out.
Yeah, sure. I'll definitely show it to you. But it was just a beautiful experience. Today is pretty much just like, just email it to me. So I'm like, okay. Today people show up to go DJ and they have just a USB and put it in a fucking laptop and that's it. Back then we had to carry crates. Which I mean, I didn't mind carrying crates. I love vinyl, but I had to get used to today's technology, Other than that, 2024, and once again, if we can just recap, we can expect a visual and then an EP. Do you have a date for that EP?
I know it's gonna be dropping next month, towards the end of it. Yeah.
Okay, and on this one, I think you mentioned Carolyn is on one.
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else?
Juan Gotti's on it.
Okay.
Juan Gotti's on there. Mr. Never Die is on there.
Okay. I didn't know he rapped.
Misery. Oh yeah. Mr. Never Die was part of like Hate Proof.
Okay.
Yeah, he was part of Hate Proof, Latin Embassy.
Okay.
So yeah, so he's definitely got a part on there, and yeah.
Okay. Now I know I sound like a broken record when I say this, and today's generation probably doesn't know what that means. Do you know what that means when we say it sounds like a broken record?
Yeah, it means like you keep saying it over and over.
Over and over. Okay. I always tell people this.
I love that you asked me that. Thank you.
No, it's all good. Today, I stopped listening to music 2002 to 2017. So I always tell this generation, if you came out in between that timeline, I most likely never heard of you. But you'll be surprised how many people have gotten offended of that. But you never heard of me? Like, you know, like I was the hottest selling dude at the fucking swap meet. Like, I didn't go to that swap meet, bro. You know, so, but you'll be, being a podcaster, you'll be surprised how many people get booty tickled. You know, and I'm just like,
I believe you. I believe you. Trust me, I believe you. I've ran into a lot of men in the industry that get booty tickled.
There you go. Have you ever, and you don't have to mention no names, have you ever collabed with a dude and you blew him out?
All the time. Everybody. I know, I hate it too. I do because then it makes me feel like they don't want to work with me.
Yeah.
They're like, hold on, like, man, Shawty gonna come in here and wreck me, like, you know. So
yes.
that's what I don't like it sometimes, but at the same time, it's like, man, I'm hard, baby. I can't.
You gotta go hard every time.
I gotta go hard every time. Like, I can't dim my light for nobody else. Like, can't do that. You know what I mean?
You know, back then when, let's just say we did a song that had 4 rappers. Every rapper then went in there with their best shit. Every rapper. Today, I feel when people do collabs and like just 3 rappers, they be coming with all 3 of them are fucking whack.
Bro,
I'm like,
people are lazy, bro.
Yes.
Like, people are lazy. Like I realized that I do this thing where, like, if I don't feel like it's a hit, like, I don't want to write. But on the cool, like, people are like super lazy when it comes down. Like, I write all the time, but like, I want to write hits. Like, I want to write things that are going to touch the radio, that are going to like hit the clubs, that the DJs are going to want to play, and that they're going to, you know, you're going to see the shawty shaking booty to them. You know what I'm saying?
you know, that's a great mentality to have, because whenever I produce a song for somebody, I just wouldn't work with anybody. If just because somebody had money, I wouldn't take their money and give them a beat.
Way.
Especially if I didn't think it was going to go anywhere.
I'm the same way.
You know, I would do a dope ass beat, and the guy was like, "I walked out the house, and what did I see? A punk police just no, I'll give you your money back, bro. Let me take my beat back.
Yeah.
Because I just know like it's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like even with, like, for example, I get features all the time where they're like, hey, I'm gonna shoot you this, and I hear it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care how much you're paying me, and I don't like it. If I don't like it, like, I don't care how much you pay me. I'm not getting on that.
Yeah.
You know.
But I like what you said. I try to work on hits. And that's very, very important. And I think that's something that this generation needs to learn. I'm not saying you guys don't know it, but here's my thing. Don't just be on a song because somebody's giving you $200 for a verse. You know, because that's your name. That's your brand, bro. Like, you want longevity. You know, you're not trying to be in and out. Like, really work on something that you know 10, 15, 20 years from now, people are still going to be bumping.
See, that's the word, longevity, bro. Like, a lot of people don't think of that. They don't think of, like, all right, well, what is my legacy going to leave when I'm gone out of here? And everybody dies, you know what I mean? So what am I leaving behind? Or, like, what am I leaving my people, you know?
Absolutely.
So, like, a lot of people don't think of longevity. They think of, like, right now in the moment, and it does, and it's I think it does come with, like, experience and, you know, being young and older, that you get to, like, oh dang, like, I should have done this or I should have done that, and like, a lot of the younger generations just kind of thinking of, like, right now.
Very, very true. You know, and that's the bad part, and I try to pass that knowledge, along to this younger generation, that a lot of them just think right now, well, what am I going to get right now? Bro, like, you're going to make like maybe $2,000 and you're going to go fuck it off at a strip club, and then you're going to be broke by Monday. You know, think longevity, bro. If somebody's offering that much but the fucking song's whack, maybe it's not worth putting your name on that song.
That's true.
You know, work on your shit, make sure your shit's going to bang. And one thing I do want to say, and this is where I bump heads with a lot of people. I try to build anticipation. For an example, this is just me. Maybe this doesn't work with everyone. This is what I mean by anticipation. Say, G-Love, I meet you, and I just think like you're the biggest shit I've seen in years. And I say this, okay, check this out. Here's what I'm going to offer you, but here's what I need from you. If we agree, we're going to do an album or an EP, okay? Got the hottest producers. I know some dope music. I want tailor beats made just for you. I think you're going to be the next biggest shit. I think you'll be the face of Texas. Not just Houston, Texas. But here's what I need from you, because we're going to promote the shit out of you. I cannot have you play any of our shit on your TikTok or on Instagram. Don't give anybody no previews. Because the last thing that I want is for them to buy your sound. The last thing that I want is for them to buy your style. The last thing that I want is for them to buy your look. So please don't do that, okay? When we shoot a video, no pictures. When we shoot a video, no behind the scenes. Don't post none of that shit. Build anticipation. I want people to think, what the fuck are they working on?
What are they doing?
What are they doing?
That comes with like being accessible, like easily accessible, like overly saturated. You can't be everywhere, and you can't be easily like accessible. You can't, you know what I'm saying?
Very true.
You gotta like how you said, you gotta build that anticipation. Like, what are they doing? What are they working on? Like, yeah, they see you here and there, but you're not. You know what I'm saying? You're not always there.
Right.
And you're not reachable. You're not that reachable.
Right. Now, here's my thing. Say you tell me, Batone, man, I got like 5 rappers that are asking me $1,500 for a verse. That's $1,500. And I'll say, you know what? Tell them right now you're not doing any features, and you're not going to have any features on your record. Because I'm going to tell you why. When that fucking record drops 3 months from now, that price just tripled for a feature. Because now your words is going to be on that EP. When they fucking hear that shit and it fucking blows up, now that shit is worth, now 5 G's for a verse. Know your words. You're not easily accessible. Because here's what happens. You're going to drop your EP in 3 months. And you got 10 guys that want a verse. You drop 10 verses for 10 different guys. Nobody cares for that EP no more. They've already heard you.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, some people could say, yeah, fuck that, Tony. I need to make my money. I respect that. I'm cool. But my thing is,
you could triple that money.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying. So.
That's game, Tony. That's game for real. Like, hey, y'all, whoever's watching, man, and you up and come in for real, like, that's game. Like,
yeah, please know your worth, because my thing is this, and I like to use this analogy, and please, if you're a rapper, don't spread your legs just for anybody, bro. You know, and I don't mean that literally. I mean for money.
No, for real though, because like how you said, it's the motherfuckers is quick to be like, oh man, like they offering me like chump change. I want to take it. Like, that's chump change. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I'll just hypothetical scenario. Say you're going to be the next Lauryn Hill, or maybe bigger. But I got you for $1,500. I had her first before her shit even dropped. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now $1,500, your record drops, blows up. Another guy hits you up. Hey, my boy said he got you for $1,500. What's up with that? Like, nah, motherfucker, it's 10 G's.
Yeah.
Well,
but he said he was $1,500.
Yeah. Yesterday's prices.
It's not today's prices. Nah, for
all good.
real.
All good. Alex, could I get another one, please? Por favor. Any of you guys want another one? Now, as long as you can drive.
Well, I ain't driving.
All good. All good. You know what?
What do you think is the difference, like, in our generation, the troubles that you guys had between the troubles that we have right now?
Here, you want to know what was the first thing that came to my mind?
What's up?
Yes. Was that my generation rapped about selling drugs. This generation raps about taking drugs.
And they're fucking up the youth, bro. They're fucking up the youth.
Thank you for saying
that, bro. Because, like, I mean, mind you, first name Gangsta, last name Love. But Gangsta isn't just to be, you know, Gangsta is to, like, save the youth, bro. Like, Gangsta is to, like, look after your family. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people got it messed up, bro. Like, I'm telling you, when I was in school, this is why I didn't listen to a lot of artists. And I didn't want to, like infiltrate or, like, filthy my mind. Because, bro, when I was in school, it was a lot of, like, Future.
Yeah.
Okay, think about it. Okay, his name is Future, and he was talking about Molly's, Percocets, Xannies. He was talking about all these pills, and I'm in school listening to this, and all my peers are in school, and next thing you know, they're all like hooked on Future. I take a look around in my class, and all of these motherfuckers is half sleep, fucked up, off pills.
Wow.
Like I lived this. I saw it happen, you know, and like that's why I was very like watch out who I listen to, watch out what I read, what I see, because I was being built into who I was becoming, and all these kids like now they're like messed up from all that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And think about it, his name was Future. Now they the future.
Yeah.
And look where we at, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I definitely feel that we are talking about setting drugs. This generation is talking about taking it, and it's also like making the rest of the youth, like back to what we were talking about, Tupac. Like all the hate we give little infants, like messes everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what he was talking about.
Yeah. Is there a reason why you don't like Meg Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, and like Cardi B?
What do they talk about?
No, you know, I know.
And you know what I'm saying? And you're asking me these questions, and I'm like, you know, I don't, because of the simple fact that it's like, come on now, like,
Yeah, no, you're right.
You know, and so it's like I can't be. I want to be better than that, and like. I just want to have a message. Yes, like it's jiggy, the music's good. Like I want to have a message, something to give the youth to look up to, like to, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I just can't follow into the steps, and I can't like make my mind like dirty. Like I can't dirty it,
Right.
because it's like, just think about your mind like a white box.
Yes.
And what do you put in the box? And you're putting all these things in that box, and next thing you know, like you become what you putting in it.
Absolutely.
So like I definitely am all for the youth, bro. I'm like,
Right.
I'm for the youth, by the youth, for the youth, you know?
Yeah, well, you
By
have
the
that
people, for the people.
You have that passion that's been put in you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And nobody could take that away from you or change that.
You can't.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter how cool people think it is, or how, like, I've always been, everybody's going left and I'm going right, or everybody's going right and I'm going left. Like, I'm never walking with the crowd. Like, I'm always doing my own thing.
Well, that's because you're a leader. And that's what it is.
And you
because
know,
you're a leader.
You'd be surprised how many rooms I walk into and people are terrified. They are, I don't know why, but it's because either it's the believe in myself, or the just knowing, and like other leaders, of course they get inspired. The other leaders get inspired.
Yeah.
But the rest get intimidated. If that makes any sense.
No, it does makes perfect sense.
You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
you'd be surprised how many rooms I walk in and like I install fear, because I know who I am. I know where I'm going.
Yeah.
I know what I stand for.
You know, for an example, like I've never been one to be easily persuaded to do shit. I don't smoke cigarettes. I never took drugs. Don't even smoke weed. Okay, I'll drink, but I won't take drugs. Okay. I want to say it was 2017. I was backstage, and I've been knowing DJ Quick since 1989, and Game was there. I'll put in a picture. I was standing right here, Snoop was right here, Game was right here, and Quick was right here. We were facing each other, and they were all fucking smoking a fucking blunt. Okay, and Quick knows damn well that I don't smoke. So Snoop took a hit, and he goes, I said, nah, I'm good. So he passed it to Game. Game took a hit, and he was like, sure, I'm good. So they give it back to Quick, and Quick said this. He said, and I'm not trying to spread no shit. He goes, watch, I'm going to get him to smoke it. Here you go, Tony, smoke it for me. And I said this, motherfucker, Snoop didn't hand it to me, and Game didn't want to give it to me, and I told him no.
What makes you think?
Yes. I said, yeah, bro, nah, bro. And I just walked away, okay? Because my thing is this, I'm my own man, okay? I know that I'm a leader. Nobody's going to push me or punk me, or, you know, I'm not a pushover like that. obviously you're not either, and people see that and they're intimidated by that. Because one thing that I realized that there's more beta than there is alphas.
And then when you are an alpha, you're probably called different things.
Different things. Absolutely.
Different things.
Absolutely.
But I feel like this is what the game is missing. And I talk about this with Never Die all the time because, he's like twice my age and, he has the knowledge that I don't. You know what I'm saying? But this is what's missing in the game. Like OGs like yourself being able to like, you know what I'm saying? Like put us youngins on game and us being able to listen. Yeah.
And what it is it's just not so much, and I'm thankful you put it that way, because many times, like myself, I've been through it, and all we want to do is just pass down the do's and don'ts, and it's there for you if you want to listen, because we've already experienced it. And it's kind of like if you were to say, if you could do it all over again, what would you do differently? Me, I would learn the business side of the rap game more than what I knew then. Because back then, it was all fun and games. Mm-hmm. But when you realize the money's not coming in and you're rapping your ass off,
You're rapping ass.
And you're like, there's no fucking money, and everybody thinks I'm rich, and I ain't shit. Mm-hmm.
And that's true. I actually started this record label called New Wave Click, and I started learning the business side of it.
Yes.
And to be honest with you, Tony, it's sort of, and this is why artists don't fuck with it, because the business side of it all, it kind of kills the artistry for the artist.
Yes.
Like, you'd be surprised. But I went for it. I was like, I have to learn this. Like, I have to, because I was putting other artists, and other artists were also depending on what we had going on. So I had to learn it. And then now I'm like, okay, well, I already done pushed a certain artist, blew up. I already did this, done that. The same blueprint that I've had and I installed in them, it's not the same blueprint that I'm installing in myself. Right. And the reason why I would shy away from the fame was because I was always very anxious, like of being famous.
Yes.
So I was always trying to push somebody else, but I saw them blow up, and I saw them, and I was like, you know what? That's possible. Why am I shying away from this? Something that, mind you, my calling, I kept saying, like, this is like a calling to me, like that feeling I got. So it's like, I would regret it for the rest of my life if I don't follow my calling, but in order to follow my calling, I got to know the business side of it, because again, like, I want to leave my people with something. I want to have my people set when I die.
You want to have a dope legacy.
Yes, legacy.
That's really dope. Okay. Other than that, you know what? Now, as far as your music, I would say definitely get into acting. And you said you're doing that.
Yeah, actually, I am. I'm in this New Jack Houston movie down in Houston.
Okay.
Yeah, so
it's not New Jack City; it's New Jack Houston.
New Jack Houston.
That's dope.
Yeah, so it's pretty dope. So me and Never Die, we were out there doing it with Angel. So shout out Angel. Angel's the director, putting it together, and it's a she. So it's dope to like watch other like women, and it's so empowering, and just on some women empowerment stuff. It's dope to watch bring to life.
That's dope.
And so I've been acting for a little bit, and then actually I came up here and I caught a role with Royal. We were just like. It was I think it was called Road Dogs, if I'm correct. It was called Road Dogs, and I caught a little scene on there too. So that was pretty dope.
Yeah.
That was the first time I came to LA, so that was
No, you know what? Today, man, let me tell you something. Technology is so beautiful. Somebody has a nice camera. You could just start dropping shit, and then believe me, sooner or later, when you build up that fucking fan base, you can create your own fucking movie.
And that's what I'm doing right now, because I'm in these experiences that I'm seeing, and I'm being able to experience how movies are being like shot, rehearsed, like all of that. Like before that, I was already writing my own movie. But I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I just know how to write. So me writing it and now seeing me being part of a movie is like, okay, we can bring this to life. And it's beautiful to watch, bro. It's beautiful to it's literally an idea.
Hell yeah.
It's literally an idea, and you watch it come to life, and then you have fruit from it. So an idea,
That's a beautiful way to put it.
it's beautiful.
Yeah,
It's real beautiful, bro. It's real beautiful. And I just appreciate the art behind it all, and so that's gonna be dope. My music's gonna be behind it as well, and I play this big character that kicks off the movie. So I mean, I'm excited about it.
Hell yeah. Anything, honestly, G Love, that I didn't ask you, anything that you want to share, you want to promote, anything before we give our shout outs?
I feel like I low key want to talk a little bit more about like what the youth kind of is experiencing within the music, as far as like the message behind the music and how it creates a lot of anxiety and depression.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, because I'm kind of, I try to talk this with my mom in a sense of her generation, correct? Yeah. And she says that didn't exist much. So it's like the whole depression thing, that didn't exist as much as it does now. Okay,
maybe maybe I'm just a weird person, okay? And I'm going to explain why. Because I've never been one to be depressed. Mm-hmm. I never been one to suffer, anxiety. I've never really been one that has been sad much. Mm-hmm. I've always been a happy, guy that's been loving and generous. Mm-hmm. Okay. So when people say, man, I'm going through something, sometimes I don't know how to relate. Mm-hmm. So I'm just a good listener, mm-hmm. And then I would tell them what I would do. I would never tell them what to do. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, what is that called? ADHD today? Mm-hmm.
ADHD.
Okay. We didn't know anything about that back then.
See, everything has a name, right?
Yeah, everything has a name, so we didn't know. Like today, like I knew guys that were loners that just like to be alone. Yeah. Today they'll say he's suffering from depression. We got to give him this. Today ADHD, can't stay still. Let's give him some weed. Mm. And I don't have nothing against that. If that helps you, cool, whatever. But back then we didn't need cell phones to survive. Mm-hmm. If we needed to call our mom, you go to the office, the attendant's office, and beep, 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 beep. Amá, ¿sabes qué? Tengo hambre, me puedes traer lonche. You can bring me lunch. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Today, no, my son cannot go to school without a cell phone. Mm. I need to get a hold of him. Mm. Back then, if I got in trouble, I would take a letter home to my mom, and my mom would automatically know it was you.
But it's funny that you bring up the cell phone, because that is what's creating.
Yes.
These anxieties. Mm-hmm. That is what's creating, and how I was telling you about the music and how it's like it's so many people doing it, and then social media, and it like it's all like just a mask of things, and people like not living it's just posting like their highlights rather than what really is, and and all this, right? It's funny that you bring up the phone while we're talking about like depression and anxiety.
Yes.
But because our generation are constantly like more than 9 hours on the phone, bro.
Yes.
A day type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it really does create those kind of things. Yeah. But meaning like with music, like what do you think, how do you think that like music is also impacting that?
The best way that I can explain that is this, that like I have two sons, okay? My oldest one likes this generation music, but when I introduced him to the old school, it was more about knowledge, okay? Today, it was about, like what you said, it was taking shit, doing shit, acting out shit, and my youngest son, I have to say, is a product of this generation. Can't get his ass to stop drinking. Mm. He's doing shit that I would have never have fucking done, when I was a youngster. Mm-hmm. And it's all because I know, in my opinion, it's because of the shit that he's listening to. It's influencing him. Mm. Whatever we give our ears to, whatever we give our eyes to, we're going to eventually want to do it. And that's the impact that we have, when it comes to music. Lauryn Hill said this, and I never forgot it, and this is why she stayed away from the music for a long time. She said she went to Africa, and she went to a certain part of Africa where it was pretty much just jungle. And she said she saw a home that was pretty much a shed. It was like they put it together there, okay? So she got off to go meet this family, and she said on the side of the house, they had spray painted Biggie and Tupac. And he said, in the jungle, I saw Biggie and Tupac. So she said this, be careful what we say when it comes to this music, because the world is listening.
That was so beautiful, because it's true. Like, that's why I'm having this conversation with you, because it's like the world is listening.
Yeah.
You never know who you're impacting. You never know who you're influencing.
Yes.
You just never know who is listening.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. Like, we literally have the mic to influence people, pretty much control, what they do. And many people do it. Let's go back to the cell phone for an example. How many people how many youth have took themselves out because they were being cyberbullied? And that's all on the phone.
That's just on the phone itself.
Just on the phone. So here's my thing. Somebody told me that they were here live, and they said, I'm going through a lot. I'm going through a lot of problems. And you know what I told them?
Live?
Yeah, we were live. And I said, you want all your problems to end? And he said, yeah, tell me. And I told him this: log off of Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Turn off your phone, and your problems are over.
What do you say?
He goes, his girl was right there, and he goes, baby, did you hear that? And here's what something clicked. He said, you're right. It's all here. It's all here. He said, all the negativity is coming from here.
Yeah.
Because there are some cruel fucking people out there that don't mind making a fucking fake page just to try to bully someone, to talk shit about someone, post something about someone.
You know what's funny though? Like, I was always this kid that I was like headphones in, music blasting, and yet somehow I was very popular in school. But I was also, as much as people loved me, they hated me. And it's funny because like when I was in school, they made like fake pages and stuff to get on and like talk mess on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
And later on, when we got older, they went back and changed the real name, and the comments were still there. So it just like, I got to see who was talking mess in high school.
Yes.
And it was like people close to you, and that was
close.
the trippiest thing.
Yes.
So like y'all forgot that y'all comment something with a different name, and then later on got older and changed your name, and that comment still stayed there, and I got to see it again, and we was all in the same circle, and that's crazy.
No, it's very crazy. But I'm gonna tell you why they hate on you. Okay? Because they see something in you that they're not, and they're intimidated by you. Instead of saying, you know what, she's fucking dope, you can choose to say, she's fucking dope. I don't have that talent. I don't have that gift. I have my own gifts. But instead, we tend to say, fuck that person. Fuck her. I don't care, behind her back. Okay? We can choose to say she's dope or fuck her. We can choose. And most people say, fuck her or fuck him.
Yeah.
Whatever. I've never understood that hating heart. I've never understood that.
I never understood like that term haters.
Yeah,
like
me
I
neither.
didn't understand it until like I got like into the music and like got a little bit more and more up there, and then I was like, this is what haters are. Like, they literally have hate in their heart, and like I've never done a thing to them.
Okay, hater is a new word for us in my generation. You know what it was back then?
What was it?
You're gonna trip out.
What was it?
He's just jealous.
That's what it was.
He's just jealous.
It's just jealousy.
Yeah. So she's whack. Did you hear her new fucking song? She's just whack. You were just jealous, bro.
Just jealous. Wow. Hey man, shout out to all the jealousers.
Yeah, all the jealousers. That's what it is. You're just jealous, bro. That's all it is. It's like, look, put that jealousy aside and then just fucking say, like, you know what, G Love, you're fucking dope. And I hated on you for so long. You know what? I'm sorry. but today, they even changed I'm sorry to, you know what? My bad.
That literally, like, not for real. Like, no, not even like, I apologize. Like, my bad.
My bad don't mean shit. Like, it means,
yeah, your bad.
Just say, I'm sorry. I fucked up. I hated on you for so fucking long. And I just wanted to be, I saw it in you and I wanted that. Just say that.
Yeah.
You'll have a lot more respect, you know?
Not for real, like, you solid for saying something like that. And understanding, because a lot of that comes from, like, understanding.
Yeah.
The understandings of, like, how you said, like, damn, people, like, hate because they see something in you that they don't have. But once you understand that, there will be no room to hate. There will be no room for jealousy. You know what I'm saying?
You know, people that shine from within don't need the spotlight. And people see your shine and they don't like it.
You don't understand how many times I had to, like, dim it. It almost made me sick, you know what I'm saying? Because you had to dim and walk on eggshells for people that were just jealous. But you don't understand that then. You just sitting here walking on eggshells because I think about it like this when I'm doing that. I think about it like I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. And that's messed up. Like, why am I feeling that way? So now I don't be around those kind of people. Like as soon as I see that, it's like, all right, deuces, because like I gotta hang with egos. I gotta hang with people who got thick skin. You know what I'm saying? I can't hang with chickens. I can't flock with y'all. Yeah,
you know, and in this business you have to have thick skin, you know, because if you're not willing to be criticized, ridiculed, and talked about, then you're not ready for success.
Yeah, you're not. And with that being said, I mean, we coming, bro. Like, we coming. Like, there's nothing that's gonna stop us. You know, we walk by faith. We
absolutely
closed eyes.
Absolutely.
Just blindly walking, brother.
Because you know where you're going.
I know where I'm going, bro, and I know who's next to me, and I know who's riding with me, and I know who got my back. So. Absolutely.
G-Love, any shout outs, anything you want to give, or, you know?
Man, shout out to my mama. Nah.
Put the camera on her, bro. Let's give a shout out. Anything you want to say, anything you want to promote, whatever.
Man, shout out to the New Wave Clique, Mr. Never Die. What's up, bro? Like, solid dude, man. Big shout out to all the supporters, the fans who've been rocking with us, and shit. Big shout out to you, Tony. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So give them one more time the date of the EP or the visual.
Yeah, the visual is coming out Monday next week, and also for the EP Ghetto Baby is gonna be towards the end of March.
Okay, and the video is coming out on what platform and on what channel?
It's gonna come out on YouTube. Okay. It's gonna come out on YouTube, and then you guys stay tuned for this Saturday at the Beer Thug Brewery. We're gonna be out there. Big shout out to my guy Royal.
Okay, and as far as the YouTube, what channel can they see it on?
That's G-Love. That's at GEELOVEHTX.
Okay.
And that's on all as well. You guys can follow me on Instagram, Spotify. That's TikTok at GLoveHTX. That's GEELOVEHTX.
HTX for Houston, Texas, everybody. So once again, so G-Love, thank you very much. Much love and respect. Thank you for giving me the honor and the pleasure to interview you. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having the team out here.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you.
I'll give my shout outs once again. Alex Cervantes Enterprise. He's the one behind the ones and twos. And also to News of Norbies, my co-host, Marvelous Inc., my son B. Scanless, also the Hip Hop Jedi, and our moderator, Magic Girl. Other than that, Alex, do you have anything you want to give us?
Yes. We have a new member, Sarah Gonzalez.
Thank you, Sarah.
And then Jamie dropped $2. He said, Tony, what are your thoughts on DJ Screw from H-Town?
You know what? I don't know too much about him, and I'm going to be 100%. But I know that DJ Screw, so many people have contacted me about him and have told me that he made such an impact. So once again, to any DJ, I just want to say much love and respect to you. You know, I just apologize for not knowing so much about your history, but if you made that much of an impact, then your history should be made known. And if there's no documentary out there about you, somebody should take the initiative and bless this man with a documentary with the impact that he has made.
True legend.
Yeah. So,
true legend for sure.
Okay, that's it. Anything you want to share? Go for it.
Shout out to DJ V-Man as well as DJ DeVille and Primo Funk out of Riverside. We have Official Rich G, who's headlining the event for March 9th, as well as Squishy from Low Profile Records and Jay Vengeance. Y'all come out on March 9th. It's an all-day event. It's going to be explosive entertainment as well.
Rich G, the singer, right? Okay. He's been here, I believe, like 3 times. Squishy was just here a couple of weeks ago. Okay. Come on, my brother. Anything you want to share?
Hey man, this official DJ Screw hat from the Screwed Up Shop. Whenever y'all in H-Town,
Speak closer to the mic, por favor.
This official DJ Screw hat from the Screwed Up Shop. So whenever you in H-Town, make sure you come through and pay the man some respect, buy some official merch. And I just really want to thank you, Tony A, for having us. Much love. Shout out to L.A. Man, I don't want to be seeing none of this Texas, Cali beef. We need to stay united, stay together. We already seen what happened with the East Coast and the West Coast. We don't need none of that, man. Like, let's stay connected.
Absolutely.
And make moves together. It's nothing but love, man, for real.
This platform has probably had more Texas artists than any other platform, bro.
No,
And that's love.
That's one of the reasons why I hit you up, because when I'm in Texas, I see who's sharing the blogs and the podcast and all that, and everybody's sharing Tony A stuff. So
thank you, my brother.
yeah.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, we definitely rocking with Tony A down in Texas for sure.
Absolutely. So once again, G-Love, muchas gracias. Thank you for coming through.
Thank you, sir.
We're going to take some pictures and make sure you guys check out her Saturday show. Make sure you guys follow her. Her Instagram is up. Can you put up her Instagram one more time? Okay, it's already up. So once again, much love and respect to everybody who dropped some money, everybody who liked, comment, subscribed, everybody who disliked, and everybody who unsubscribed. It doesn't matter. You guys still watched. So much love. See you guys here on Saturday on my other platform, Freaky Tales, and then Sunday we will be back. So thank you guys. Much love. We're out of here.
Where the strippers at?
What's that, brother? Brother,